excluding like one day that I had to host something. It's been about a month since I've performed anywhere. So, the nerves are kind of shooting up. But if you can help me, it would be
all fine.
It would be amazing. Come on up here.
All right. I can give you a kiss if you like that to warm you up.
Hell no.
Real good.
No swearing, right? But Blanche is there. Introduce yourself to the people.
Joshua.
Joshua, thank you for my back.
Yeah, of course.
Blanche.
Thank you.
I didn't thank them.
It's not your show.
Okay, people say hi to Joshua.
Hi, Josh.
Joshua.
Hi, how you doing?
All right, Joshua.
Got me nervous.
I'm probably way more nervous than you are, so it's okay. On this card it said circle one of the emotions and write the name that relates to emotion. Yeah. So like if you want to feel happy, like an emotion that's happy, you would think of like a very fond memory of someone that makes you happy, and then write their first name. And then when you're doing this, turn it over in your hand just like that. And then let me know that you've done that, so I'm not here looking quite stupid in front of people. I wrote this on New Year, and I dipped it away. I just threw it in like a folder in my computer, and I just didn't touch it. And I was expecting not to be able not to read it because it's very, very personal. So if I have a moment, please bear with me. It's just how last year kind of ended up, and yeah, so. That's how it's going to go. Joshua, have you finished that?
Yes.
Okay, then turn it over. Turn it over. Perfect. Okay. Joshua, if you could just take that like that. And slide that this way.
Gosh.
Okay, you just think of the motion and think of the name, okay? And if you look at the box, right, imagine this is like an Etch-a-Sketch. You know what an Etch-a-Sketch is. So imagine you're shaking that and that symbol is going away and that emotion, that you're feeling all that emotion, and as you feel that emotion, you see that name being written right there in your mind, only in your mind. Have your hand on that. And back, put your hand on top of that. That way nobody can get to that. Fair? So now there's no way I can know what that is. There's no way I can know what emotion you're feeling. It's only exists in your mind, yes? Alright, just keep feeling that emotion and keep thinking of that name. Now, it's been a while, so I might not get this right. This is something very, very, the idea is very new, so if it goes wrong, who cares? If it goes right, awesome, but this is 221 if this goes right. So this is performance 221. Let's just get into it. So they asked me, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
So they asked me, do you still believe in magic? And once upon a time, I could say confidently that I did. There was just something special about a bunny being pulled out of a hat, something in the air when a car was whole after being torn into several pieces. There was something that I loved about the idea. There was something that I fell in love with, the concept. That was until I met the greatest magician I've ever come face to face with. Life. So good that it can make things disappear in an instant, so good that it can leave a lingering moment in your head, spiraling over and over, locked in like an anchor, so good that it can break your heart and make you forget what it even was useful for. And life decided that it was going to try and set on me. For its first illusion, a perfectly timed call telling me that they found my mentor hanging in his garage, and that burst of depression, that stream of tears we both felt, but only he did something about it. For the next illusion, finding my father laying lifeless on his bed, as I'm pumping and pumping and pumping on his chest, saying, "Dad, please, please wake up, Dad, please." The hypnotic induction will make sure that he never does ever again. Life had a couple of other tricks up his sleeve. I passed out in my kitchen due to depression. My chest burning so bad that I went to ER, and now I'm taking pills so I don't have to feel dizzy on a regular basis. It came with depression, it came with heartache, it came with heartbreak, and all of this stuff made me feel like it's time for me to move on to the next part of my set. So my next act is revealing the secret to my greatest illusion. First step, 3 suicide attempts. Coincidentally, the same number of knives lodged in my back. The promises that I wanted to break, that I had considered breaking, those sleepless nights, wishing that my brain would shut up long enough for me to relax, just to relax, and all of those monsters I'm fighting off, trying to pull the triggers inside of my mind. And I can hear the doors closing and locking behind me to the door that leads to trust. So do you know what it feels like to look at the reflection and wonder how you're so scared of someone that you know, that reflection that you know is the one that wants to kill you? So, do I still believe in magic? The answer: that boy with the fantasy has grown into a man locked in a twisted and dark reality. There's nothing magical about this life. There's nothing magical about this life. It's all just tricks. All of those with treats left behind for the setup. And if you bite down into it, then you have committed the greatest sin. The devil will follow you. You are kicked out of Eden. But there is a little bit of hope that I can have that feeling that magic is real exists inside of your mind. I'm hoping that little bit that I have left keeps the dream existing for you. This emotion is more of a positive emotion, yes? Very much so a positive emotion. And I can see in your face that it's not just going to be something that's easy for me to predict, like happiness. That would be way too easy. It would be something a little bit more than happiness. Maybe something like excitement. Is that it?
Yeah.
Think of that name for me. Just don't say it out loud. Just think of that name for me. Think of the amount of letters. There's 5 letters in this name? About 5? This is not a very common name we find either, is it?
No, it's not.
Justin, stand up. Take the top hand off that forward. I'm going to put this up to your chest. Don't look at it yet. I'm going to take this back. Don't look at it yet. So you were excited to see someone named Nasia. Is that a nickname or the real name? Like the full nickname, okay. Interesting. Little sister. Okay, like I said, it's not a very common name. Nasia? I can't even pronounce it. Nasia.
Often a C, it's a Greek word.
Okay, well, there it is. So there's no way in the world I could have known what that is. Keep what I wrote. Show them what I wrote. Probably one of the most personal things I've read here out loud, but I needed to get it out.
Felt that.
To just leave it behind. But with that said, 221, you've just been TranSe.